Don't touch mine.
Hello guys, now we're gonna study about evaluating functions. I have here some examples of evaluating function. Number one is f of x is equals to 2x squared minus 4x plus 1. If x is equals to 2, so we're gonna substitute it in the equation. 2. So now, the x will be substituted by 2. And also here. Now we've got 2 times 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 1. So now we're gonna solve it. 2 squared is equals to 4. 4 times 2 is equals to 8. Minus 4 times 2 is equals to 8. Plus 1. Now, 8 minus 8 is equals to 0. So now we're gonna cancel it. And automatically, 1 is the so f of x, f of 2 is equals to 1. Now let's move on to the number 2, which is g of x is equals to 3x minus 8. So the value of x we have here is 5. So we're gonna substitute it. 3 times 5 minus 8. Now we're gonna solve it. 5 times 3 is equals to 15 minus 8. So it's equivalent to 7. So now, g of 5 is equals to 7. Now let's move on to the number 3, which is the easy one. Why? Now we have here is p of x equals to 5x minus 1. And the value of x equals to pi. Why, guys? Because we just easily put the pi here. And the p of pi is equals to pi minus 1. Now we've got the answer. Let's move on to number 4, which is q of x is equals to 2 over x minus 2. And the value of x is square root of x plus 1. Now we're gonna write it first. So we have here is 2 over square root of x plus 1 minus 2. In rules of math, bawal daw po magkaroon ng number na mayroong radical sign sa denominator. So we're gonna conjugate it. In conjugating, guys, ilalagay natin yung denominator dito. Kaso mag-iiba siya ng sign. Iibahin natin ang kanyang sign. Now, gagamitin natin ng conjugating para ma-remove natin yung radical sign. Now, we're gonna solve it now. And 2 times 2, 4. Now, to remove the radical sign, magiging ganito na siya, guys. And so, negative 2 times 2 is equals to negative 4. Next, we're gonna write it down. Lalagay lang natin basta siya dyan. Automatically na yan yung sagot niya. And mag-iiba dyan yung denominator, which is positive 1 minus 4 equals to x minus 3. Now, ang sagot natin is 2 square root of x plus 1 plus 4 all over x minus 3. Let's move on to the last part, which is h of x is equals to 2 over x, and the value of x is equals to square root of x plus 2. Just like we've said in number 4, bawal po magkaroon ng denominator na merong radical sign. So iba naman siya, guys, cause sa conjugating, meron siyang dalawa yung terms niya, and now dahil isa lang to, we're gonna rationalize it. Sa rationalize, guys, hindi na mag-iiba yung sign nito, so we're gonna write it ganito lang. Now we're gonna solve it. And because of this, mawawala na yung kanyang radical sign. So, x plus 2. Now, we've got the answer. 2 square root of x plus 2 is over x plus 2. Now, let's move on to operation of functions. Its sum is denoted by f plus g of x is equals to f of x plus g of x. Its difference is denoted by f minus g of x is equals to f of x minus g of x. Its product is denoted by f times g of x is equals to f of x plus times g times g of x. And its quotient is denoted by f divided by g of x is equals to f of x divided by g of x. Now I have here some examples of operation of functions. Number 1 is f of x plus g of x. Now we're gonna write f of x, which is here. Plus g of x, which is here. X squared plus 3x plus 3. Now we're gonna combine like terms, which is, now, dahil wala siya kamukha, lalagay lang natin siya dito. Now, 2x plus 3x is equals to 5x. And negative 4 plus 8 is equals to 4. Now, our answer is x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now, let's move on to number 2, which is f of x minus 5 q of x. Based on our given, unahin natin si f of x. 2x minus 4. And q of x is x plus 2 over by 4x minus 2. So wala siyang LCD, kaya hindi siya kagad pwedeng i-solve. So ngayon, wag na natin patagalin pa. Gawin na lang natin yung cross multiplication. We just simply lagay natin si 1. So 2x minus 4 times 4x minus 2. So ito muna gagawin natin. So guys, nakikita nyo na may bracket dito. Bakit nga may bracket? Bakit nga ba may bracket? Kasi siya yung priority muna natin na isolve. So, isolve muna natin siya using FOIL method, which is 2x times 4x is 8x squared. And next is 2x times 2 times negative 2 is negative 4x. And next one is negative 4 times 4x is equal to negative 16x. And negative 4 times negative 2 is equal to 8. So guys, ngayon isinama na natin si negative x plus 2 sa equation natin. So we're gonna combine like terms. 8x squared negative 4x minus 16x minus x is equal to negative 21x. And 8 plus 2 is equals to 10. So our answer is 8x squared minus 21x plus 10 over by 4x minus 2. Let's move on to number 3, which is g of x is times by f of x. Now ilalagay muna natin si g of x. X squared plus 3x times f of x, which is 2x minus 4. Now we're gonna simply distribute it. So x squared times 2x is 2x cubed plus 3x times 2x is 6x squared plus 8 times 2x is 16x. Next x squared times 4 is negative 4x squared. And 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. And 8 times 4 times negative 4 is negative 32. Now, we're gonna combine like terms. So, we just simply bring it down. So, 2x cubed. Tapos, 6x squared minus 4x squared is 2x squared. Tapos, 16x minus 12x is 4x. And we're just simply bring it down. So, negative 32. So, our answer is 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x minus 32. Let's move on to number 4, which is f of x is divided by p of x. So, f of x is 2x minus 4 and p of x is square root of x minus 2. So, bawal po ang denominator na may radical sign. So, we're gonna rationalize it. So, 2x is 2x square root of x minus 2 minus 4 square root of x minus 2. So, this, mawawala na yung radicals niya. So, magiging x minus 2. Yan, may sagot na tayo. So, 2x square root of x minus 2 minus 4 square root of x minus 2 over by x minus 2. Hello guys, now we're gonna study about piecewise function. A piecewise function is a function whose graph is divided into pieces. Now I have here some examples of a real-life situation including piecewise function. First, we will identify the variables of our problem. X is the distance, so we're gonna write it here, and y is the cost. Now, we will divide the function according to the condition of the problem. First, it says here that if your ride costs 8 pesos up to 4 kilometers. So, f of x is 8 pesos if x is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 4. And the second condition is additional distance is a plus fare of 2 pesos per additional kilometers. So, f of x is 8 pesos plus 2 pesos times the distance if x is greater than 4. Now, we're gonna solve the first part here. So, f of 4. So, why 4? Because it is the value where things in the functions change. So, if it satisfies the condition, so we will write 8. And the next one, we will find the second point. So, how we will gonna find it? So, we will gonna base here. So, it says here, x is greater than 0, so, but less than or equal to 4. So, parang hahanapin lang natin kung ano yung gitna ni 0 o 4. So, 2. And dahil na-satisfy na niya yung condition, so ilalagay ulit natin 8. Now, we have the coordinates of the first part. So, the first coordinate is 4, comma 8. And the second one is 2, comma 8. Now, we will solve the second part. So, f equals to, f is f of 4. So, we will use again the 4. So, because it is the value where things in the function change. So, ito naman ang gagamitin nating formula. 8 plus 2 times the distance. So, paano ba natin malalaman yung distance? So, according to the problem, it says here that the distance is x minus 4. So, the x here is here. So, we will substitute 4 in the equation. So, 4 minus 4 equals to 0. So, we have the distance of the first. So, we'll write this 0. So, 2 times 0 is 0. So, 8 is the answer. And in the second, so we will gonna base here. It says here x is greater than 4. So greater than 4, hindi natin siya palalayuin pa. So ilalagay na natin ay 5. So the formula, and so to find the distance, na katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, so we will gonna substitute the 5. So 5 minus 4 equals to 1. So we have the distance of 1. And now we will gonna solve it. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus 8, so 10. And now we have the coordinates of the second part, which is 4, 8, and 5, 10. So now we will gonna plot the coordinates of the first part and the second part. So we will gonna first plot the coordinates of the first part. So it says here 4, 8, so 4, 8, and 2, 8, so here. So since the condition says here you're less than, so the arrow is going to the left. And now we will gonna plot the coordinates of the second part. So it says here 4. So pares lang sila, kaya dito na tayo ulit magpo-plot 4, 8. And next one is 5, 10. 5, 10. So it says here it is greater than, so the arrow is going to the right. Now we have now we have plot the coordinates of the piecewise function.
Go.
Hey guys, I'm here to talk about rational functions in real-life situation. So, magbibigay ako ng example. In a Dota tournament, Utah Rangers won 7 out of 10 games with a winning percentage of 70%. How many games should they win in a row to improve the winning percentage to 85%? So, here is the solution. Let x equals to the number of games they need to win to raise their winning percentage to 85%. So, ilalagay nyo lang 7 out of 10, and then i-plus nyo sa x, and plus x, and then equals to 0.85, which is the decimal of 85%. Tapos, ililipat nyo lang, i-distribute nyo lang siya. So, magiging 7 plus x equals to 0.85 times 10 plus x. And then, mag-move on lang tayo sa pababa. So, 7 plus x equals to 8.5 plus 0.85x. So, paano nangyari yun? 0.85, ita-times nyo lang siya sa 10, which is magiging 8.5. Then, 0.85 times x, magiging 0.85x. Tapos, pag-iwalayin nyo lang yun, matapos nun, move on tayo sa susunod. Pag-iwalayin nyo lang yun. So, yung 7, malilipat dito sa 8.5, so magiging 8.5 minus 7, and then yung x, 0.85x, malipat sa kaliwa. So, magiging x minus 0.85x equals to 8.5 minus 7. So, yung magiging sagot na ito, is magiging 0.15x, tapos equal siya sa 1.5. So, i-divide nyo lang siya sa 0.15x, and then sa kabila naman 0.15x, and then mag-equal siya sa 10 games. So, 10 games yung kailangan nila para magkaroon sila ng winning percentage, which is 85%. So now, let's learn more about how to determine rational function, rational equation, and rational inequality. So, madali lang ito. Magbibigay lang ako ng example. So, sa tingin nyo, ano yung pinagkakaiba nilang tatlo? So, di ba makikita nyo, dito, merong y equals, and then dito, merong equal sign, and then dito, merong inequality sign. So, kung mapapansin nyo, para ma-determine nyo siya, so, dito sa y equals to x minus 2 over x plus 2, ito ay rational function. And then dito sa number 2, ito ay rational equation. And then sa example number 3 is rational inequality. So, kung bibigyan ko kayo ng tip, siguro kung tatandaan nyo na lang yung equal sign and then yung inequality sign. And then, yung sa rational equation, equal siya sa any numbers, and then yung sa rational inequality, basta may ganyan siya, inequality sign. And then dito, basta y equals to x minus 2 and then x plus 2. So, bibigyan ko pa yun ng example para mas lalo nyo maintindihan at mas makita nyo yung pinagkaiba. So, ayun. Di ba napansin nyo, parang ganun din. Pero dito sa rational equation, nag-iba na yung numbers niya. Kasi, basta meron siya equal sign, yun na yung rational equation. And kahit saan siya mag-equal, any numbers. And then dito, ganun pa rin. Meron pa rin siyang inequality sign. So, ang dali lang, di ba? So, yun lang yung kailangan nyo para ma-determine nyo kung rational function ba, rational equation, and rational inequality.
Okay guys, nandito tayo para mag-aral ng how to solve the rational equation inequalities. Una, yung rational equation. Paano nga ba ma-solve ang rational equation? Una, kukunin muna natin ang get the LCD. Second step is make the single fraction and multiply. Then the third step is complete and simplify. Okay, ayun yung mga step para makuha ang rational equation. Okay, nandito tayo. Post mo. So, nandito tayo para magbigay ng example ng rational equation. So, what is the example? Negative 2 over x plus 5 over x is equals to 6. So, this is the example of rational equation. So, paano natin makukuha yung sagot? So, first, you need to get the LCD of the two fraction. So, since na magkapare sila, i-over lang natin sila sa x. Then, copy yung negative 2, then positive 5 is equals to 6. So, negative 2 plus 5 is equals to positive 3 over x is equals to 6. Since hindi pa sila simplify, mag-apply tayo ng cross multiplication tayo. Cross multiplication. 3x equals to 6 over 1. Cross multiply, you get the 3 times 1 equals to 6 times x. So, simplify, 3 is equals to 6x. Para makancel yung 6 sa x, is i-over lang natin sila sa 6. Then, you get the answer of 1/2. So, that's all. So, nandito tayo para magbigay pa ng another example ng rational equation. Negative 3 over x plus 5 over 2x is equals to negative 6. So, first, you need to get the LCD first. Then, dito, times 2 mo na lang para makuha yun. So, 3 times 2 is equals to positive 6. Ay, negative 6. X, magiging 2x. So, 5 over 2x is equals to negative 6. So, parehas na sila na LCD. Then, since parehas na sila, over na natin sa negative 2x. Then, pass it. Negative 6 plus 5 is equals to negative 6. Then, parehas lang nung ginawa natin sa una. Negative 6 plus 5 is equals to negative 1. Over 2x is equals to negative 6. Over 1 mo ulit para mag-cross multiplication. So, negative 1 times 1 is equals to negative 6 times 2x is equals to negative 1 times 1 is equals to what? Negative 1 is equals to negative 12x. So, over lang natin siya sa 12 para makancel yung 12 dun sa x. Then, you get the answer of x is equals to negative 1 over 12. That's all. So, how to solve rational inequalities? First, we need to equate the x minus 4 and x plus 2 to 0 to get the value of that. X plus 4, x is equals to 4 and x is equals to negative 2. Since may value na tayo ng dalawang x, maglapat na lang tayo ng points. Negative 2, then positive 4. Then, pag sinubstitute yung value ng negative 2, makakuha tayo ng sagot na negative 2 over 0, which is undefined, na magpapa-unshaded sa kanya. Then, pag sinubstitute din yung positive 4 sa value ng mga x natin, makakuha tayo ng sagot na 0 over 6, which is 0, na not greater than 0, which is unshaded din siya. So, kukuha tayo ng mga value ng greater than sa 4, or mas madali is positive 5. Kukuha tayo ng x. Then, kukunin din natin yung middle part ng negative 2 tsaka 4, na mas madali is equals to 0. Then, katulad din dun, is equals to negative 3, yun sa, or greater than 2 is negative 3. So, pag sinubstitute yung value ng mga sign ng mga to dito, kailangan makakuha tayo ng mga positive sign na pwede nating ilagay din sa interval. So, 3, go. Negative sign ng negative 3 tsaka negative sign ng negative 4 is equals to negative 4 dahil mas malaki yung value ng negative. Over yung negative 3 sa positive 2, get the sign of the bigger number, which is negative. Then, negative over negative is equals to positive. So, consider this negative 3 is kasama natin sa interval natin. So, i-test point naman natin yung 0. 0 minus 4 is equals to negative over 0 plus 2, which is positive. Makakuha tayo ng negative sign na hindi pwedeng isama sa plot of points natin. Then, substitute naman natin yung value ng 5, which is positive 5 minus 4, which is positive, over 5 plus 2 is equals to 7, positive. You get the positive sign. So, kasama siya sa graph natin. Pause. So, since na nakuha na natin yung pwede natin i-substitute, then, plot naman natin yung solution. Parenthesis, negative infinity to negative 2, parenthesis siya kasi unshaded siya. Gamit tayo ng union, then, parenthesis, positive 4 to infinity equals to 1. Makukuha na natin yung answer.
So, ayun po, ang topic ko is all about rational function. So, first, what is rational function? A rational function is any function which can be defined rational functions. Fractions such as both the numerator and the denominator are polynomials, but the coefficient of the polynomials need not to be rational numbers. So, ito po, i-determine natin yung asymptote, intercept, and zeros, and even magagraph tayo ng rational function. So, may example ako dito. Y is equals to x all over x squared minus 4. So, para makuha yung vertical asymptote, kailangan natin i-equate sa 0 yung denominator. Pero bago yun, kailangan natin i-factor. So, pag i-factor natin siya, makukuha natin is x minus 2 and x plus 2 kasi nga, isa siyang different of 2 squares. So, ngayon, pag finactor natin siya, makukuha natin x is equals to 2 and x is equals to negative 2. So, ano yung vertical asymptote natin? Vertical asymptote. Negative 2 and 2. So, horizontal asymptote. Tatandaan nyo, if denominator has a bigger leading exponent than the numerator, x-axis become the horizontal asymptote. So, ang makukuha natin dito, since mas malaki yung mas malaki yung sa numerator niya, ang magiging ano lang natin is, ang horizontal asymptote natin is 0. So, x is equals to 0. So, intercept. So, intercept, set x is to 0 and set y as 0. So, para makuha yun, set lang natin yung bawat ano natin sa 0. So, pag sinet natin siya, makuha natin is x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0. Kasi nga, magiging 0 lang siya sa lahat. 0 lang siya lahat. So, other is zeros. How to get the zeros? Replace y with 0 and solve for x. So, pag ni-replace natin siya, magiging x squared minus 4. So, may y dito. So, pagka ginawa natin 0 to, may equate lang yung x natin sa 0. So, magiging sagot is x is equals to 0. So, ang susunod natin gagawin is mag-graph ng rational function. So again, yung value natin is y is equals to x all over x squared minus 4. So para makuha yung mga values natin, nag-assume tayo ng x values, then hinanap natin yung y values nila. So ito yung mga nakuha natin. Negative 3, saka negative 3 for x, tapos ang value nyo ng y is negative 0.6. So mag-graph tayo. So this is y and this is x. So una, ang una natin value is negative 3 sa 0.6. So x for negative 3, 1, 2, 3. And 0.6, nandito siya sa baba kasi negative. Then banda dito. So dito yung value ng negative 3 sa 0.6 na negative. So, our next value is negative 1 sa x, then 0.333 na positive. So, positive ng y, so nasa taas siya, then negative 1 is here, so mga nandito siya. Assume na lang natin. Negative 1 and 0.333. Then, the next value is yun, yung nasa center natin, 0 and 0. So, ito lang siya. So, the next is 1. 1. So, 1 and negative 0.333. So, yung 1 natin is nandito kasi positive, then negative 0. something dito siya. So, ang next value is 3 positive for x and positive 0.6. So, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 0. Mas mataas lang siya ng konti. So, 3 and 0.6. Then, the next value is 4 and 0.333. So, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0.333. Positive. Value, mas mababa lang siya ng konti. So, ayun, ipapoint na natin yung graph natin. So, ang tatandaan natin na ang horizontal asymptote nila is 0. So, ito lang yung horizontal asymptote. Then, for vertical asymptote, negative 2. So, ito negative 2. Ito siya. Then, positive 2. So, sabi, bawal daw tumama sa horizontal asymptote. So, yung point natin na to is papaganto. Yan. Then, our next point is from here going down. Then, ito, ba? So, kaya naging ganyan is ginawa nating x is greater than negative 3. So, ito kaya pa ganyan. Then, magkakonekta sila kasi negative 1, 0, and 1. So, magiging ganyan. Then, ganun. So, may next example tayo. So, andito po ulit tayo. Nahinto po tayo sa rational function. Again, na-point na po yung mga values sa graph. Then, na-graph na po natin siya. So, kaya po naging ganito is, yung value natin nakuha is, yung x is greater than sa value natin nakuha. Dito naman, yung value natin nakuha is mas malaki sa x natin. Tapos, kaya siya nagdugtong dito is dahil sa tinatawag nating end behavior ng mga endpoints ng mga pagka-connect natin. Dito sa case na to, ang naganap is degree in denominator is greater than the degree in the numerator. Kasi, kita nyo naman, mas malaki yung degree ng denominator sa numerator. Kaya, magko-connect talaga siya as ganyan. So, another example na tayo sa rational function. So, another example is example number 2. Another example is y is equals to 2x plus 5 all over x plus 1. So, kukuhanin natin yung vertical and horizontal asymptotes niya. So, para makuha natin yon, again, yung sa vertical asymptote, gagamitin natin denominator, which is x plus 1, then i-equate natin siya sa 0. So, pagka-equate natin sa kanya sa 0, makikita nyo naman na yung lalabas is x is equals to negative 1, kasi itra-transpose lang natin siya. So, pagkatas na nun is yung horizontal asymptote. So, may rule sa horizontal asymptote na pag magkamukha yung tinatawag na exponent ng denominator and numerator, i-divide lang natin siya. So, ang mangyayari is ang coefficient ng numerator is 2, then ang coefficient ng denominator is x or 1, kasi di ba lagi may 1 na 1 dyan na hindi na pinapakita. So, magiging sagot is, ang horizontal na asymptote natin is magiging positive 2. So, ang next natin is yung intercepts. So, ang x-intercept at y-intercept. So, para makuha yung x-intercept, substitute natin yung value, substitute 0 for y and solve for the x. So, ang mangyayari dyan, pag sinubstitute natin yung y, 0 for y, magiging, di ba magiging 2x plus 5 is equals to 0. Kasi nga, y is 0. So, itatranspose lang natin siya to x is equals to negative 5. Then, divide by 2. Magiging x is equals negative 5 over 2. Or, x-intercept is equals to 5 over 2, negative, and 0. So, another, sa y-intercept naman is, to find the y-intercept, substitute 0 for x and solve for y. So, ang mangyari, pwede nating takpan na lang siya. So, magiging 5 over 1 or equivalent sa 5. So, 0 and 5. Yan. So, para makuha yung roots naman na to, ang gagawin lang natin is the value of the numerator or parang x-intercept na din na magiging yon. So, igagraph na natin siya. So, pag i-graph natin siya, mag-a-assume tayo ng values. So, ang values natin is negative 4, negative 2, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then 1, 1, 5, 3.5, 3, and 2.75. Yun. Then, y is equals to 2x plus 5 all over x plus 1. So, makukuha natin yung value ng y kasi nag-assume lang tayo ng value ng x. Then, isa-substitute lang natin siya. So, makukuha natin yung mga values na to. Then, igagraph na natin siya. Again, this is y and x. So, unang value is x negative 4. Then, y net positive 1. So, ito siya. Then, negative 2 sa x. Then, negative 1 sa y. Then, 0 and 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. 0 and 5. Negative 2 and negative 1. Negative 2, negative 1. Zero and 5. Then 1 sa 3.5. So 1 sa x. Plus 3.5. 1, 2, 3. Then, ang sunod is 2 and 3. Then, last, 2.75 something. So, ang mangyayari sa graph na to is, again, yung horizontal asymptote niya is nasa y is equals to 2. So, ito, 1, 2. Then, ang vertical asymptote niya is nandito. Sa x is equals to negative 1. So, pag ginap natin siya, yung value nito, value ng nakuha natin sa x is ang x is much greater than the value na nakuha natin. So, ang mangyayari, pababa siya dito. Kailangan di siya tatama sa horizontal and vertical asymptote, pero pwede siyang papalapit ng papalapit. So, dito naman, ganyan tayo. Again, hindi siya tatama sa horizontal and vertical asymptote. Hindi lang masyadong malinaw. So, ayan. Ganyan tayo mag-graph ng rational function. Ganyan tayo kumuha ng intercept, asymptotes, saka ng zeros. So, yun lang lahat. So, nagbabalik po tayo. Ang susunod po nating topic is rational function. And this is solving problems related by rational functions and equations. Ito yung example natin. Annie can do a job in 4 days and her assistant Andrew can do the same job in 16 days. How long it will take for them to complete the job if they work together? So, ito po. So, una, hanapin po natin yung kay Annie, Andrew, na paano magagawa nila per day. So, kay Annie, magiging 1/4 kasi nga in 4 days, magagawa niya yung trabaho. Then, yung kaya naman is 1/16. So, ang problem natin is, if they can work together, gaano nila kabilis matatapos yung job na yun. So, let T be the time taken by Annie and Andrew to complete the job. So, T is time taken to complete the job. So, ito po. Una, part of the job Annie can do in a day. So, it is 1/4. Then, time taken, multiply by the time taken by Annie. So, multiply by the time, kasi nga T yung time na taken. Then, i-add natin siya dun sa part of the job Andrew can do in a day. So, it is 1/16. Then, again, the time taken by Andrew. And equivalent to 1 para mapagsama natin siya. Then, ang gagawin natin, multiply, para mapasimplify natin siya, multiply both sides by 16 since 16 yung LCD nilang dalawa. As well yung nasa kabilang side ng equation. Yung multiply natin siya 16. Kasi hindi naman pwede sa isang side ka lang gagalaw. So, magka-cancel to dito. Ito dito, magiging T plus 4T is equals to 16. So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin is combine like terms. May 1 naman siya. So, 1 plus 4T is equals to 5T is equals to 16. So, ang gagawin natin siya, divide each side by 5 para makuha natin yung time. Then, magiging 16/5. Or pag sinimplify natin, magiging 3 and 1/5 base. So, yan ay sagot. 3 and 1/5 days, the time taken by Annie and Andrew to complete the day. To complete the job together. So, yun na yung final answer natin. So, proceed tayo sa another example. So, yung another example natin is Ethan can take 15 minutes and Jake takes 60 minutes for the newspaper distribution in Rosedale. So, si Ethan minutes. Then, si Jake takes 60 minutes. So again, Ethan takes 15 minutes and Jake takes 60 minutes for the newspaper distribution in Rosedale. How long would it both for them working together to distribute the paper in Rosedale? So ito. So again, part of distribution. Done by Ethan in 1 minute. So it will be 1/15. Then, ang part of distribution by Jake in 1 minute is 1/60. So, ang gagawin ngayon, gawin ulit natin katulad ng kanina example. Let T be the time spent by Ethan and Jake in distributing the newspaper in Rosedale. So, T ulit yung time. Then, gawin natin siya. Siyempre, part of distribution by Ethan. So, 1/15. Then, the time taken by Ethan. Then, as well naman yung kay Jake ulit. 1/60. Then, the time, again, equals to 1 para pagsama natin siya. So, multiply both sides by 60 kasi yung LCD nila, 60 is the LCD. So, ngayon, kakancelin na lang natin yung pwede makancel or simplify natin siya. Magiging 4t plus t is equals to 60. Again, magiging, pag binumbine like terms natin siya, 4t plus t is equals to 5t is equals to 60. Then, again, simplify natin siya. So, divide both sides by 5. Cancel. Magiging 60 divided by 5 is equals to 12. So, Ethan and Jake together will distribute the newspaper in Rosedale in 12 minutes. So, pag nagtulong sila, 12 minutes will be the time they will distribute the newspaper. So, ayun na yung mga problems involving rational function. So, yun lahat yung report ko. Sana naintindihan nyo. Thank you.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.